This is Axiom, aka Ryofu, and this is the Gaming Harbinger. Today, I wanted to do a really quick and short video, significantly shorter than the past couple of videos, and I appreciate those of you that have checked out those videos. It really means a lot to me. But today, this is going to be significantly shorter, and it's going to be about Bioware. And there's been a lot of people discussing this topic for a bit, so I'm going to try to take a different perspective and just touch on one simple aspect, because I feel like people have regurgitated the story enough to where I'm not going to be able to add anything new to it. But the thing that I can provide that's, I guess you could say, somewhat interesting is that I really wasn't aware of just how bad things were at Bioware. I was completely unaware, and it's heartbreaking. Just to give some perspective for those that don't know, Jason Schreier of Kotaku did an article on Bioware and pretty much the development cycle of Anthem and everything that went wrong. Now, it wasn't even supposed to be called Anthem. It was supposed to be called Beyond. That was the original name for the game. Also, it's just you're hearing these stories of people that are just super stressed out. The people had to take mental health breaks, go to see a doctor. This is not a new thing. This has been going on for quite some time. And we're having people work on a game for 7 years and not know what the hell they're working on. So they worked on Anthem for 7 years, and they didn't even realize what kind of game they were making until they were 18 months to release. That is ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. That is inconceivable. And obviously, due to that, there was just a crap ton of pressure and stress put on the employees. And because of this, there is a significant amount of people that have left BioWare even before the damn game came out. So that team you loved is not there anymore. It's new faces, it's new people. Of course, I know there's people that have stayed, but a lot of them have left BioWare, and that's what we are getting from this article. And it's not just Anthem. And so we want to be clear here, yes, EA has definitely played a hand in pushing BioWare in a position to where they're making games that are out of their comfort zone and using engines that are out, that don't benefit them. But there's also another part to this, and that is this has been going on for years, and some of this responsibility falls on the higher-ups at BioWare. And just them saying that they wanted Dragon Age Inquisition to fail says a lot. That says a lot. And that just gives you an idea of where they were at, where they just wanted this game to fail just because it was so grueling, a grueling process to create this game. And it was also a grueling process to create Dragon Age Origins. I didn't know that either. And they were ironically very pleased with the process of Dragon Age 2 and are very proud of Dragon Age 2 because they had a very, very short amount of time to work on that. Like 1/6 of the time that it took them to make Dragon Age Origins. These things I was completely unaware of. This is some mistakes that have been going on for a while in BioWare. And other people are coming out as well and saying, hey, you just take BioWare out of there and put my company's name on there, and that's what we're going through as well. The fascinating part to me is this. Remember when Final Fantasy XIII came out? And by the way, I'm not showing you Final Fantasy XIII footage. This is actually Final Fantasy XIII Part 3 Lightning Returns. That's only because I haven't played it, and I'm just getting through it now. But anyways, Final Fantasy XIII, the Part 1, when this game came out, people were very impressed by the graphics. Very impressed by the graphics. But ultimately, people were disappointed with the game. Now, I fall in that category of and this is the core of the video, by the way, what I'm about to say here. I had a long time before that had come to accepted that the team that made the amazing Final Fantasy IV, that made the amazing Final Fantasy VI were long gone. I understood that. I completely understood that. And so when I heard people losing their mind about Final Fantasy XIII, being completely disappointed and saying this isn't Final Fantasy X, this isn't Final Fantasy VII, hell, this isn't even Final Fantasy XII, I am disappointed. I was kind of like, you do realize that Final Fantasy VII was a long time ago, so yeah, those people are long gone. They moved on. And apparently you haven't moved on. But I think I understand the feeling. I understand that feeling. And I'm glad that now I am aware, because even now I understand whatever we get from this point on, we're not going back to Mass Effect 1 days. We're not going to Mass Effect 2 days. We're not going to Dragon Age Origins. That's not saying we're not going to get a good game. But it's going to be different. It's going to be different. We have a whole new group, a whole new lineup, and we have to come to terms with that. Now, like I said, they can still pull off something amazing. They can still pull off something spectacular. But it's different people. And I really hope, and I'm going to say something that most people probably aren't going to say. I don't really give a shit about, higher ups in Bioware coming out, standing on a podium and saying, hey, we screwed up. We're sorry. We're going to make everything better from now on. I'm going to do this and that. And this is, I don't need a public service announcement. And you don't owe that to us. The people you owe it to are the people that work for you. So I don't care if they just go behind closed doors and say, hey guys, this will never happen again, or we're going to work towards making the type of games that are in our field, that are in our scope, in our range, and we can handle this, but we can't handle this other stuff because that's out of our lane. That's not our lane. We don't need to be here. We don't need to work on these things. And I know that's easier said than done. Even the people that are saying, yeah, they should have stand up to EA and not made a game like Anthem or whatever, or they shouldn't have changed the vision of Anthem. That's easier said than done. That's more complicated than what, it's more nuanced than just that. But I think that's only one of the problems. That's just skin deep. But like I said, I really wanted to hit home on I didn't realize that those people are long gone, because I really haven't been following Bioware like that. I love their games and stuff, but as far as the company, I hadn't been following them like that. Like back in the day when I was really into Square, I knew already that a lot of the teams that made those classics, that made those gems, they were long gone. I wasn't going to get another Chrono Trigger. I wasn't going to get another Final Fantasy VI. So I kind of accepted that and took Final Fantasy XIII for what it is. You could say almost the same thing for Call of Duty, for example. The original team that made Call of Duty, they're at EA right now. And they originally did Titanfall, which did decently. Then Titanfall 2 comes out, not so decently, and that was poor choices on EA's part. But Apex completely knocked it out of the ballpark. I don't even think EA really expected that. But my point is that that's the original team. And if you love the original Modern Warfare and the stuff they were doing back then, that's the team that you should be effing with right now, is Apex Legends, is the Titanfall series, if that's who you choose to support. Same thing with Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry, original creator has been long gone. Long gone. That's what makes Devil May Cry 5 so much more magical, because that situation is, it took them a long time to come out with Devil May Cry 5, but they paid homage. They did a lot of things right, which is incredible because that team is no longer there. That team is working on another series you might have heard of called Bayonetta. And Bayonetta 3, if you want to support, the origins of Devil May Cry, then I suggest you to support Bayonetta. I suggest you to support Platinum Games. If those are the games you ride with, if that's the team that rocked your fucking face off, then yeah, you need to support Platinum Games. But like you just heard there, I knew about Platinum Games. I knew about the Call of Duty thing. I knew about the original Final Fantasy teams. I did not know about Bioware. And that's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking. And I hope somehow they can work through it. All right. I think that's going to do it. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means a lot to me. Please send a like. Please subscribe. Tell your family members, your friends, your homies, senpais, fellow weebs, whoever, even your enemies, about this channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next video.